Hello. Thanks for dropping in. I have indeed been back. Oh, to the pool room. Oh, and yeah, I found more things. Some of them are easy to deal with. For example, here is a power cord. That will go on the door. Here is a power cord. That will go on the door. Here is a video cable that has 5 pins. It's not from Commodore, though. Oh, no, it's not. It has all 4 colors. So this too will go and hang on the door. Easy things like that. Now, also here, and I don't know why, but you know, things happen. I have a Commodore 64 keyboard. And some screws are missing. It's pretty yellowed. It is. Does it work? I don't know. It has the orange kind of function keys, which I don't know how many and whatever, but you know. Function keys change colors. And here we have another Commodore 64 top. Not sure where the circuit board is, but this one looks, oh, it's not perfect. Some of the keys look a little slimed, but you know, things happen. Ooh, I might just recycle this. I'll see about this. This is the shielding from a 64C with the small board. And I'm not sure if you can see. I'm sure you can. It's ugly. It really is. So I might just give that the heave-ho. I might. I'll see about that. For the moment, I'll stick it in this box of other strange things. And this stuff, these keyboards, can go in the now overflowing box of things to be tested. Ugh. Pay no attention to that horrible noise. Now here we have another one of these cute little toolkit things that's missing most of the tools. Not all, but most. Whew. It's tough to get out. It should not be. Maybe that's why it's still there, because it's so tough to get out. It's a socket. And oh, there's another little, that's a Robertson thing. I'll put that in the screwdriver jar. Now the rest of the things in here appear to be tiny little keyboard screws. And of course, I hate losing screws, but they really don't need to be in this sort of thing. So with great care, I will dump them in there. And this little case, it, I think, might end up being recycled. Let's see. I suppose as I have this little thing here, I can put little things in it. Alright. Oh, I know what I have to do. Right. Earlier on, I had 3 Commodore 64 power supplies that I left plugged in to see how they did after they were plugged in for a while. So that one is 5.16. Seems okay. This one, this is a white one, 5.22. Seems okay. And with the cords all kind of mangled up here, I'm not sure they do. Each one feels a little bit warm. So where is the end of this cord? Or maybe that's the one. That's the one I already checked. So where is the end of this cord? Oh, there it is. 5.09. So these all, at this moment, seem to be doing okay. I will, for the moment, unplug them, give them a little rest, but I will. Oh, I might have unplugged the wrong one. Oh well, anyway, whatever. I will find a 64 to set up and let them sort of burn in and see what's what. Hopefully, as they say, burn in, not burn up. Now this is always an interesting thing because here we have bags of things in a little container, and you never know. This is, of course, keyboard parts. Looks like for a 64. And there is no note on it, so I guess it's keyboard parts. This says 8050 bad. So I'm assuming that these chips were in an 8050, and they are bad. Here is a strange bunch of screws. Oh, recycling. Now here we have some discs. Super Kit 1541. Ooh, the 1571 test demo disc, and another disc tucked in behind the 1541 test demo disc. Cool. We'll keep those out. This one here is called the Super Kit 1541 to fix the drive. Anyway, maybe I'll stick that in there. Here we have head vibration protector for use when in transit. A cardboard thing. I bet you they didn't pay much for those. I'll leave that handy as well. Now what is here? It's a bag. Your go-to source for all things Commodore related. All things Commodore. Corporate computer byproducts. I must have ordered something at some point. Maybe. I'll hold on to that. Here is a plate. I'm not sure what that came out of, but I seem to remember it probably came out of something. Maybe it was a hard drive thing. Maybe an A590 thing. Anyway, I did see parts of one down there. Maybe I'll just hang on to that. That's crud. There's a little screwdriver. Oh. Here is the nameplate for Commodore 64. Looks pretty okay. Maybe I should put some things on the back and put it on my hat. I'll see about that. I will see. Let's see now. Here we have a Sharpie. And does the Sharpie work? It does. So we'll stick it in the bin. Oh, another tiny, cheap little screwdriver. Something that says past, but what could it be? Who knows? this, I don't know, some kind of plastic thing. This, of course, would be for a tripod. This is a picture I took downtown. It is of a little old man on a bench watching the world go by, probably pondering his life. That was when I was doing more photography before my soul was ripped out of my body. That's a whole other story. There's a plastic bag. And in here, oh my. Oh my. There's a whole lot of things. A whole lot of chips. Which I guess I really need to go through and test at some point. Now, would this be because they're bad? I don't know. I don't remember why I did this. I don't. So, as I am likely to just keep all this stuff in the same little bin for now, I will put most of it back in. This Commodore 64 nameplate, yeah, what the heck. Stick it back in. This stuff I will set aside, these discs, with other things that I should have a look at. I should. So I'll find a place to put that. Put that screwdriver back in there. And then, oh, and this mysterious plate. Well, I guess I can put that in there. And there's a battery. I should test it in something. But what takes one lonely battery? I will see about that. I guess a clock does. Anyway, the other thing I have here is, oh, well, I don't know what it is, but I know what it says it is. It says it's a 2031 single floppy disk drive. But is it? And now there's a big side and a small side to this. And of course, I've got it upside down. Oh. All right. Let's see. And indeed, looking at the back connector, it is indeed a 2031. It is. And it came from House of Computers. I have told the story many times, and I don't know if it was the end of House of Computers, but it certainly didn't help when they were allegedly making copies of Flight Simulator 2 and selling them as their own. And that was no easy feat, because the manual was massive. Well, here is a power cord, and I believe the power is off. And I don't have a pet handy to test this with, but certainly if I turn it on, that looks encouraging. It does. I'm not sure it sounds encouraging. Oh, it sounds better though. Of course, remember, this thing probably hasn't spun in a very long time. And the case doesn't look horrible. Perhaps just a tweak of yellowing. You know what, just for fun. Because we're here. Let's have a look. Are there screws in here? That's another thing. There's one. Okay. There are some screws. There's one. Usually I put it down in here and then I wait to feel some little bit of resistance. and I keep gentle pressure, and I unscrew things. Alright, I don't need the power cord plugged in at this moment. But actually, I'm not sure I've ever opened up 2031. Oh, good. A shield. Isn't that lovely? Well, as the shield is not that difficult to remove, I shall remove it. I'm trying not to drop the screw inside. Basically, the shield kind of fits on one side and gets screwed on the other side. Alright, and out comes the LED thing, and there's the shield. Now so this looks remarkably like a 1541. Boy, the board is clean. A 1541, the very first one, where the circuit board is pretty much as long as the drive. This is all dandy. It makes head cleaning more difficult, and in terms of chips and things, it looks very similar, although I'm sure there's something different to do with it being IEEE and not the serial of the 1541. So there's 6522, a 6502, and then it has a little B, and another 6522, and I guess 3 ROMs, I think, and then most everything else is not socketed, but it looks pretty dandy, relatively speaking. I, at some point, do want to see about. See, I have an original 2031. My brother and I bought it. It was the first disk drive we had. It was a single, full height. Looks a lot like a 9090 or 9060, but it has some issues. But I do want to compare the circuit boards and see what's what. I'm sure there are differences. I'm sure I can't just swap another board in there, but at one point I do want to have a look. I do. So I don't think there was tons and tons of these made, because mostly, of course, people went for the dual drives, but not always. And of course, these could be used on the PET or the 64 if you had an IEEE interface to go on the PET. Anyway, yeah, this is really clean, really nice. I like the green on here. It's lovely. Lovely. Maybe, just for fun, because I'm here, I will get this cord again, and I will plug it in, and turn it on, just so I can see if the spindle thing is actually turning. And it is. And it does its sort of spin for just right at the right time, and the LEDs light up. So there is hope. Now, if I need to clean the head on this, I probably have to remove the circuit board. I probably do, but I'm not going to do that now. I would like to give it a try on a computer first, which I could, of course, do on a 64 with the proper interface. But I suspect it will end up being a PET thing. And also, this thing, when I put it back together, will very likely go to the pet room for the family portrait. Perhaps I'll keep the drive out, but put the box somewhere else. Anyway, there was nothing else in the box. No other manuals, no other discs, no other cables. But it looks pretty good. And the case, I suspect, with a magic eraser and such, could come out pretty good. It's not terrible. You know, they're beige. Maybe just a hint of yellowing. And they say I'm not a retro brighter, but I suppose I could be. I needed to be. Alright, well, that's about it for now.
That was easy.
I think I have found everything. I'm going to leave the screws for this sitting right here because I'll have to put it all back together. It's tempting, of course, to, like, I do have a pet under my feet, but it's broken. It is tempting to haul a pet up here and run this through some testing. I'll see about that. There's not enough. See, I'm trying to stick to the one room. I am, and get things sorted and figured. So, and I'm not trying to do major surgery on anything. I'm not. Alright, so another cable for the door. Or 3. Sometime I'll take a picture of the door. Sometime. Anyway, thanks for coming. I will head back to the twilight zone of the pool room soon. Oh. And I'll put these up on the door. And I bid you farewell for now. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.